we're going to be going over SAT, we're going to be going over ACT, we're going to be discussing what the profiles look like tonight, and going over the recruiting process. Some of this stuff you might already know, other stuff you might learn, okay? So bear with me if you sort of know everything I've talked about already, but there could be something in there that you haven't learned yet, all right? So MyRepSports.com, what are we? We are a first contact between the athlete and the coaches. We are the first of its kind in adapting interactive email profiles, so no more links or anything to the coaches. You're now getting direct contact. When you send a profile, it's directly to the coach, and you know that. We spent a year and a half building this software, so that's something. It's $20 a year. I'm giving it to you guys for free. Free because I want you to tell your friends and family and everything like that, okay? Now let's get started. If it works, there we go. Topic. We're going to talk about preparing as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, things that you've done. How many freshmen we have in here tonight? 2. How many sophomores? How many juniors? And seniors. All right. Some of the stuff you might be a little bit behind, but don't worry, it's not too late. You're going to want to rock and roll with this stuff you learned tonight right before you go into next semester, okay? Juniors are about right on track. Everything you learned tonight, you want to go ahead and do it quickly, okay? All right, we're going to also talk about how to talk to a coach, what to say, what not to say. We're going to talk about GPA, minimum requirements, SAT and ACT. We're going to talk about scholarships in Divisions 1, 2, and 3 and how much you can get. We're also going to talk about the National Letter of Intent, redshirting, and NCAA clearinghouse. All right, freshmen. This is the year, we had 2, correct? Freshmen or 1? 2? All right. You want to focus on your core classes and your academics focused towards college now, okay? You're going to want to find your primary 2 positions that you're going to play throughout high school and work towards for college, all right? You're also going to want to get with your coach and sort of break down. A lot of you said football, so right now you want to work with your coaches in the offseason and find what you messed up on this season and what you got to improve upon before your sophomore year, all right? Sophomores. You want to begin looking at potential colleges. You want to gear your academic work towards college prep courses. So we had, how many sophomores again? Raise your hand. 2, okay? This is a very important year. I call it sophomores building year. You need to focus on that. Community service, this is the year you're going to start doing community service. Have you got started on that yet? Your little brother, Colby? You want to go above and beyond for community service, okay? There are requirements. I think it's 70 in the state of Florida. Is that right? 70 hours? Huh? 100? 100 now? Okay. You want to do double that as an athlete. You're going to find when you go to college and continue to play, they're going to have you do community service while you're in college. You're going to have to walk kids to school. You're going to have to do this. You're going to represent that university, okay? The other thing, you want to focus on adding strengths to your position and working on any weaknesses. Again, just like the freshmen, they're working on their weaknesses. Sophomore, you're building to that. You really don't change too much in position type between your sophomore and junior year. You're sort of stuck there now. Juniors, you want to get with your high school guidance counselor and you want to start to research as many colleges as you have out there available to you. You should start to begin to contact your top 10 choices of college. How many of you have done that as juniors? Do you know the top 10 schools that you would like to go to yet? All right, not a problem. Do you have ideas, dream colleges? You should start there, okay? Start at your dream schools that you want to go to and then work your way down. That's why a lot of kids only apply to 3 or 4 schools a year and then they're looking at themselves, where am I going? You got to get yourself out there. Being an athlete, especially in the state of Florida, it's a very competitive sport in any athletics you're in. So you got to set yourself apart. It's like running a business, okay? It's a numbers game. It's a sales job. You have to put yourself out there. Do you know how many athletes get recruited in the United States a year? Can anybody take a guess? 8 million. There are 8 million athletes being recruited in the United States. So, what's that percentage that goes on to play college? Does anybody know that?
2.
Less than 2% go on to play college, and that's for scholarships. Okay? And even fewer than that. Of that 2%, 1% go on to play professionally. Okay? So you've really got to gear down as juniors this year, okay? You've really got to start focusing on top 10 school choices. Seniors, all of your transcripts should be sent to the colleges you are applying for now by the end of this semester. That's what I was telling you. When you leave here tonight, start getting with the NCAA clearinghouse, start sending your transcripts out. You have to hurry on that. Start the application process for grants, loans, financial aid. Have you discussed this with your counselor yet? All right, you need to get in there this week, okay, and do that. Some student athletes, they make their decision later in the second semester, and that could be because they're waiting out for that dream college to offer them. But they still have back burner colleges that are there, and they're already set, okay? What to say and what not to say. This is the most important topic that I want to discuss tonight, okay? A lot of athletes don't know how to talk to a coach. How many of you rely on your parents to talk to the coach for you? A bunch. Okay? That's being honest. Why do you think we did the radio show this year, Monday nights? Why do you think we did that? Get you all on the air. Get you comfortable talking in pressure situations. Okay? Coaches want to know who you are as the athlete. And a lot of kids, they get nervous talking to a coach, and they end up saying something that they regret saying. And it's not anything bad, it's just you give a coach too much information, and sometimes too much is a bad thing. Okay? So, what to say? This is in all of your information packets that everyone got. You have these same sayings in there. What to say? How long has a coach been there? That's number one thing. Average coach lifespan in college is 3.5 years. If they stay longer, it's because they're winning seasons. What are their long-term goals as a program? What are their needs as a college program? Ask them to send you information about the program and the university as a whole. Ask them their team GPA. Ask permission that you can send your video via email or hard copy. Ask them if they could send you a schedule of their upcoming season. Ask about their assistant coaches and why they chose them, and ask if they have any clinics you could attend. All these questions tell a coach that you're engaged, that you follow their program, you're interested in knowing about their program. Coaches look at these questions and they say, this athlete is very informed, he's very serious, and he wants to come to our school. They will take you serious that way. What not to say? Never overcommit. Your dream colleges, if you overcommit, that coach will do this to you, and it's happened in a lot of circumstances. If you overcommit to FSU and you tell a coach, man, this is my dream school, I really want to go there, I'm not going anywhere else, do you think that coach is going to contact you all the time? He's going to set you on the back burner and say, I don't need to recruit this kid, I don't need to do anything because he's already in love with us. I'll call him in February. I'll have him sweat and wait. So if I can't find any other athletes, I'll then call him. That's what overcommitting is. That is very bad for an athlete to do. You want to see all your options out there. If a college is interested in signing you, they may put the hard press on you, but you still want to explore all your options. Do not call or email the coach incessantly unless they show, effort towards you, okay? If you send your info to a coach 100 times, he's going to get very annoyed with that. Do not do that. Do not ask to come for an official visit. They will invite you. A lot of athletes ask that. Coaches do not appreciate that. They want to invite you. That's a later on process. They want you to go through the steps of recruiting process, sending a video, emailing, sending game film, all that before they even invite you for an official visit. Do not disclose the amount of scholarship offers from other schools until you have narrowed your choices to the last 3. This is where if you get into that situation where you have 3 schools offering you, now they're in a debate and a battle fighting over you to go to that school. Okay? It's a negotiation. And honestly, you want to get as much money as you can so your parents can have fun when you're in college. That's the truth. All right? If you qualify for academic scholarship, then that money does not count against the total athletic scholarship. Did you know that? They're limited. Schools are limited on the amount of money they can give for athletic scholarships. So do not tell a coach that you do not need scholarship help. If you tell that to a coach, say, oh yeah, come on, and they'll give that money to some other athlete. Do not tell them. So all that money, if you have, say, prepaid college, anybody have that in here? Prepaid college. Your prepaid college, if you get an athletic scholarship, that prepaid that you paid for is now money in your pocket each month. That's money to spend on rent, books, partying, traveling, going to Cancun during spring break, all these different things, okay? Do not tell a coach you're signing a professional contract before you actually do. That happens more with baseball and basketball, Not really much football. But let's go on. Remember this, college coaches are human beings. They're normal people. Just be honest with them, They're not, God, they're not anything. They're normal guys. You can hang out with them on the street. You wouldn't even notice half the time you walk by a college coach. Do all of you know every single FSU coach? Or every single assistant coach or anything on other teams? No. They're regular people walking the streets. Treat them that way. All right, some of these we've already discussed, but I'm going to reiterate them. Only contact schools about once a month. If both parties have interest, they may contact you more, which is good. Allow the player to form the relationship with the coach, not the parent. I can't reiterate that enough. Do not have your mom or your dad talking to the coach. Do not have them emailing the coach. The coach wants to get you to know you as an athlete. Your mom and dad is not playing football or baseball for that program. You are. Understand? That's the most important rule. You want to ask the coach these important questions and show him that you're a man. You're on your own. No one's going to wake you up. No, mom and dad aren't going to get you up in the morning. They're not going to make you breakfast. Most times you're going to sleep in your sweats, wake up, and run out the door to class. Okay? Be very smart at this, okay? Helping yourself. How many here have videos already for their sport? Whether they use Huddle or had me make one. So we had, 4? All right. You want to get a video, showcase video. This is the number one way to get yourself noticed. You can put this on YouTube, websites, Facebook, my profile site that I'm going to give you guys tonight. They're about 90 seconds to 5 minutes long, and you also it's a good way to showcase your statistics, your speed, because some guys could have a 4.840. They look a lot faster on film. It's called game speed, That's a big, big important step that you need to do. So make sure you get a video out there. Whether it's mom or dad, I know Mr. Tuthill, he's out there filming every single one of Colby's games. So if you need footage and your son's next to him or being receiver, there's free video work right there. All right. These are commonly asked questions, and we've got the answers for them. What high school grades are needed for me to get into college? 2.0 for 16 academic subjects for Division I. 14 subjects, you need a 2.0 for 14 subjects for Division II and III. Okay? If you have, now with the 2.0 doesn't mean you're going to get in if you have a 2.0. The higher your GPA, the lower your SAT and ACT score are. So the higher your SAT and ACT scores are, the lower your GPA can be, okay? So they kind of want to equal it out. If you have all your high school credits, we recommend taking classes that can get you college credits. How many here are in college prep courses or college or anything like that? One? Awesome. AP as well, okay? What is the SAT exam, and how do I find out when and where to take it? Does everybody know where to take the SAT or how to take it? ACT as well? There we go. Now, who here has taken it already, SAT or ACT? No one here. Okay, we got one. When? You want to take it in the fall of your junior year. You want to start taking it. So a lot of you are going to start taking it, correct? Okay. You want to take it twice. Make sure to take it twice. The reason is, the SAT, they let you score it twice. So if you score better in the math, and you take it again, and you score better in English, they'll average the two out for you. That can help you, okay? Most students take the SAT during the spring. We just talked about that. Most student athletes offer the SAT exam at their test centers. Talk to your guidance counselor, ask your principal. They know where to take the exams. I think they offer it 6 times throughout your junior year and senior year. ACT, I think it's 4 times. ACT. They're accepted by all 4-year colleges. 215 multiple choice questions. Takes approximately 3 hours, 30 minutes. I don't know if they still have it. I've heard of some people still taking it. There's a 3-day prep course usually the high school offers before the exam on Saturdays. I recommend doing that. You have to pay money for it, but it's 3 hours Wednesday, 3 hours Thursday, 3 hours Friday, then you take it Saturday. I scored a 28 on it my senior year, like 10 years ago. And it just prepared me because it crams you for 3 days straight, then you take the exam. So if that is available, make sure to take those courses. It really would make that much difference on your score. Differences in the exam. The ACT is an achievement test. It measures what a student athlete has learned in school. The SAT tests reasoning and verbal abilities. The ACT has up to 5 components. The SAT has 3. The SAT has a correction for guessing. They take off for wrong answers, okay? The ACT scored based the number of correct answers with no penalty for guessing. So if you don't know it, don't answer it, or guess, one of those two. ACT, I recommend taking. It's easier of the 2 tests, depending on your skill level. Some people like the SAT. How long is my athletic scholarship for? Out of all of you here, do you think scholarships are 4 years? Okay, good. They are year to year, and they can be canceled at any time for any reason. Okay? NCAA Division I, II, and NAIA, NJCAA Division I, II can offer athletic scholarships. There are no athletic scholarships in Division III football. All academic. You should be aware that individual colleges and conferences have their own athletic scholarship rules and policy. Please visit the websites of these schools that you have interest in, and they will tell you their scholarship programs, okay? I played Division III football as a private university. I got out with $128,000 in student debt. I don't want you guys to do it. That's why I'm doing these seminars today. There are ways to get around. If you want to continue playing football at the next level and only D3 schools are talking to you, have good grades. They will give you athletic help. They will give you scholarship help. Also, parents, if your athlete goes to a Division III school, they will get more money that they do not have to pay back if they claim themselves. If they go off what you make, they will charge you more. Okay? All right, next slide. Do athletic scholarships last for 4 years? We've talked a little bit about this already. The answer is no. Nearly every scholarship can be canceled for any reason. We've already discussed that. What is the difference at each division? Division I, members must offer at least 14 sports, at least 7 for men and 7 for women. The institution must sponsor at least 2 sports for each gender. 66% of Division I schools are public, 34 are private. Division II, programs must offer at least 10 sports, at least 5 for men and 5 for women. This institution must sponsor at least 2 teams. 53% are public institution, 47 are private. Now, Division III, the reason I had so much debt is I was a private school. Division III is 80% private institution, only 20% private. So, again, pick your universities and know the financial debt that you're going to take in. I hate student loans. I pay $1,400 a month in student debt, and I have for the past 5 years. I hate it, but it motivates me to work and continue making money. It is doable to make that and live on your own and pay bills, okay? So you just got to know your situation, know what you're getting into. What do athletic scholarships cover? NCAA guidelines. Full scholarships do not exceed tuition and fees, room and board, and required course-related books. Most student athletes receive athletic scholarships and only cover a portion of these costs, okay? What is a full athletic scholarship worth these days? At an in-state public school in 2008, the NCAA estimates the average full scholarship at just under $14,000. For an out-of-state public institution, it's about $24,000 per year. At a private school, slightly more than $32,000. And these were taken from 2008, add 10% growth to each of those now. They're upwards. Like I said, mine was $48,000 by the time I graduated, and that was 5 years ago. All right. Can student athletes receive other non-athletic financial aid? Yes, yes, yes. Get as much as you can. Your mom and dad could be saying, write papers for $5,000 grant, and you're saying, no, Mom, that's stupid. I don't want to do it. Do it. Take your chances on writing papers to get more money. I do not want you guys getting debt. Thousands of student athletes benefit from academic scholarships and need-based aid, such as federal grants or loan programs. Again, you get more federal loans if you claim yourself, if your parents make too much money and you're going to an out-of-state school. So that's one of the options so you can get more money given to you. In addition, there is money available from the NCAA's own Student Athlete Opportunity Fund. You can go to ncaa.org and research different athletic scholarships, academic scholarships, and they have them listed there, and you can go in and try to win them and do all these different things, okay? Is an athletic scholarship the same thing as a national letter of intent? How many of you know what a national letter of intent is? All right, good. No, but they are often confused with each other. By signing a national letter of intent, a future NCAA student athlete ends the recruiting process and commits to a school for 1 year. A lot of athletes try to get these because if they get hurt their senior year, they automatically are guaranteed 1 full year at that institution. You're an investment. They are giving you money to play athletics and be a representation of that school. If you get hurt, it's cutthroat. They're not even your friend anymore. Okay, so protect yourself. Make sure you try to get these national letter of intent. All right. Do many high school athletes earn athletic scholarships? We talked about this earlier. Only about 2% of high school athletes are awarded athletic scholarships to compete in college. There's an average of 8 million athletes trying to get recruited yearly. College coaches look at for every sport, about 5,000 emails every recruiting season. Only about 2,000 of them are juniors and seniors. The other 3,000 are sophomores and freshmen trying to get feelers in there. What the coach does is they go through, they split them up by regions for where the athlete is located, and they try to sift through them as fast as they can. Most colleges that they've told me, it's all about the first 15 seconds, what stands out to them, okay? Whether it's an interview like I do for the student I work with, I have an interview so they get a face to a number. No other company's doing that right now. So a brief interview. You can either choose me to do your recruiting videos, or like I said, have Carl or somebody else hold and introduce yourself to the colleges. You should only be on camera for about 15 seconds introducing yourself, and then again you want 90 to 5 minutes, in film of you actually playing. Do many NCAA student athletes go on to play professionally? Even fewer, less than 1%. We already discussed that. Letter of intent. This is no other institutions can continue to recruit you after you sign. Once the national letter of intent is signed, the athlete is no longer subject to the recruiting process. Athletes are assured of an athletic scholarship for one full academic year. What does redshirting mean? A lot of you have heard this, correct? Do you know how many you can use in college? 2, 1 medical and 1 non-medical. A lot of kids do this. I have friends that did 6 years in college football. Yeah. All players have ability to receive a red shirt. This allows players to spend 1 year practicing and training with the team. They do this to get kids bigger. They usually have red shirt freshmen. If they come and bring you in, and then instead of you wasting a year of eligibility, they'll have you red shirt if they think that you're a potential athlete for future stardom at that university. Red shirt is generally used for injury purposes or illnesses. If a player has already received a red shirt for non-medical reasons, then the player can apply for 1 more. What is the NCAA clearinghouse and what does it require? How many of you have done the NCAA clearinghouse yet? 1, perfect. And you're a junior as well? Perfect. You want to do this by the end of your junior year. There's no deadline on it, but the earlier the better. What this does, the NCAA reviews your academic records, your SAT, your ACT scores. They ask you personal information, answer questions, and you pay a registration fee. They clear you to play in football for the NCAA. A lot of athletes do not know that you have to do this to get even information, to go on a recruiting visit, to do anything, to do an overnight visit. You have to go to the clearinghouse. You can either mail in. This is information that's. Oh, go ahead.
How many things should you be getting by now as a junior?
As a junior, you should be right now. He hasn't done a video, or have you sent any? Now, is it for academics or is that for athletics? Academics. That is normal because the school actually passes the transcripts out. They put you out there on their list. The school will send your stuff out. But as well, those academic schools, do you have any of them that you like? Have you done research to see if they have a program there, a football program? The schools that want you academically are the best ones to work with as far as going on to the next level because they're going to give you academic money, then you're going to get financial aid money, and then you're going to get athletic scholarship money if it's Division 1 or 2. Okay? Are any of them Division 2 or 3 or 1? Okay, Miami. Now, where are they from? Are they in Mississippi, Atlanta, Georgia, Vanderbilt? Okay. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that Division 3 schools, there are no Division 3 schools in Florida. Did y'all know that? There are no Division 2 schools in Florida. You have to go to the Georgia, Alabama, New England area, Boston, Massachusetts, New York, Vermont. Mississippi, they have D2, D3 schools everywhere. Yep. A good D3 school, if you're wanting a list of good D3 schools, Pierre Garçon and myself, we played in the toughest Division 3 conferences, the Empire 8. A lot of you have heard of Mount Union. Have you heard of them? Yeah. Mount Union, Pierre Garçon transferred from my university, Norwich University, to Mount Union, and he's in the NFL now. Okay, that is a long process. Just because you go D2 or D3 does not mean you will not make it to the next level. Yeah. Yep.
One of the best JUCOs in the nation.
Yep.
Mississippi, Texas, and Georgia. So if you don't want to go to a big school just yet, you can go to a junior college, get your grades up, or get yourself out there. You can transfer to a bigger school. Some of the big time athletes, Beyond Branch went to my school, Jones County Junior College. They transferred. So Mississippi Gulf Coast, Jones, Georgia Military College.
All these schools, really good schools. With junior colleges, a lot of you know that you don't have to sit out a year. You can go straight from junior college into a 4-year university and without us sitting out a year. If you go D3 or D2 up in Division 1, you have to sit out 1 year before you can actually participate in sports. I call it a building year. I had opportunities as a freshman going. Did not change schools because I did not want to sit out a year. You could come to that time where you are not wanting to transfer, you make friends, whether you like the school or like it academically. You will have offers from Division II or III or at junior colleges to go on and play somewhere else. But it's up to you whether you go or not. At that point, you'll have friends, like I said, or you'll just want academics. All right, that's the end of that. I'd like to open up for questions for a few minutes, and then I'd like to show you guys the MyRep Sports walkthrough, and then we'll go make the accounts, and then that's it. Yes, sir.
Is the clearinghouse, do you register for that when you're a junior, or what year?
You want to do it by the end of your junior year. If you're a little late, there's no deadline on it. They recommend doing it the earlier the better. But junior year is usually about the year to do it. Okay? Any other questions?
So it's feasible to start sending out films at freshman year?
Yes, sir. That's when it's best. I mean, like I said, coaches receive 5,000 emails with videos, etc., all that in there. Only about 2,000 of them are actually recruitable, juniors and seniors. The rest of them are 3,000. So what the coach does is database those, and then they check them the following year. Okay? So you may send it out, get 0 responses, but you have to know the colleges are seeing it, passing it around, sharing with each other, and they will keep you on database. They may not respond back, but by your sophomore year, they may contact you. Okay, you just got to be patient. As long as you're sending it out there, getting your name out there, they will notice you. Any other questions? All right. I'm going to show you all about a 10-minute video real quick. It's going to be the walkthrough, what you guys need to do to get on the computers and finish it up.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming. Now we're going to go over how to set up a recruiting profile for the athletes that showed up today, and how to upload your video and your statistics and picture as well. Just basically the overall function of MyRepSports.com and how it works with connecting with the colleges. So first thing the athlete's going to want to do is, once they get on one of the 4 computers that we have available, they're going to click the link Get Started. Window's going to pop up. This is the home page. We're going to go up to the top right, Athlete Login. They're going to use the username and password that I provided for them. The one I'm going to use today is Sports R. And I'm going to type my password in. Alright. It's going to take you right to your email. It's just like using a Gmail or a Yahoo account. From here, the athlete's going to be able to read messages and see and view their outbox and sent item, as well as manage their own trash and everything for the coaches that they do contact. Sorry for my stutter. But from here, they're going to want to go to Edit My Profile. I've created a football one already. I've set my profile up to do multiple accounts. If an athlete plays 2 sports and would like to be recruited for one of the 2 sports, we do offer for an additional $10 to the $20 charge. They can have two profiles managed in one. I'm going to go ahead and show you my football profile. Just real basic video, your key information, the quick stats, your video that you upload to it, and all of your statistics and contact info, as well as a little bit about yourself. But right now I'm going to show you how to create a new profile. So we're going to go down and we're going to pick baseball. Create new profile. From here I'll be able to select a photo. I'll put a football one that I have on my desktop. Select my position. I'll say I'm a pitcher, and I also play first base. Coach's first name, I'm just going to type in a random name, Coach Tom. I do not know a coach email or coach phone. You can leave those blank. I recommend getting those from your coach and adding them in there so that the college coach can view that and contact them for any questions, as well as their address. Now you want to type in a brief description about yourself. For the purpose of keeping this video short, I'm just going to type in, my name is Richard, and I love sports. Alright. Now the embedded code for YouTube, right here, this is where your video is going to show up in your profile. I'm going to show you how you do this. You're going to want to open up a new window, go to YouTube. Let that open up. You're going to want to go to the video of your choice. I'm going to click a random video that we have done at MyRep Sports. You're going to come down. Let me pause this. You're going to go to share. embed, and you're going to want to copy that. You can go ahead and close this window, and you're going to paste it right there. That's going to be your video. Now go in and you want to put your statistics. I will put 0 on random ones because I do not play baseball. But say you are putting your statistics in and there is a area where you do not have any stats for, leave it blank. If you leave it blank, it will not populate on your profile. That is very big. I do not recommend coaches wanting to see zeros or the stat is a waste of time. If it is a big field that needs to be shown that you have a 0 in there, I don't see why you would need to put a 0, but leave it blank and it will not populate and waste space on your profile. Fielding, I'll put a 0 there, and I'll put ERA 0. So you hit save. Let that load. Now you can go to view your profile. From here, it's on my football profile. But now I can manage my other profile that I just created, and that is baseball. Alright, now this is my baseball profile. Here you can see my stats. And here's the football stats. Again, right there. You want to go back into my account today as the athletes and make sure all this information is correct. Set your date of birth. Your address. All this is required before you can even send any contact info to the coaches. So please make sure to have all this current and up to date. Load your GPA in there. If you do not have SAT scores or ACT scores for the purpose of this, put in A. In A. If you do not know your core study, or just put in A in all these fields. Height, weight. I am 6 foot 4 inches, and I'm 260 pounds. My football number is 89. Update information. See, it is asking for this field is required. I'll put an address in there so we can continue. Florida City. Alright, let's continue. Alright, all that is saved. Now I can go view my profile. All of it is updated right here in the quick stats. And you have your graduation date in there as well. So this is what your profile is going to look like to the coaches. Now if you want to share your profile on Facebook or another site as well, you can click where I just posted, and this is now your public profile. It takes all your personal information and hides it so that when you share it with a friend on Facebook, nobody gets your personal information out there. If you'd like to send it with Facebook, you can go up here and you can share it by liking it. Just click like and it'll share it to your Facebook page. And we'll go back to the other tab. Now I'm going to show you what you're paying for when you get $20. For all of you today, this is a free service. This is what I'm offering to you. You go to search colleges, and now you are ready. After you've created your profile and you've filled in all the required fields and your profile is 100% complete, you go to search colleges and say you want to play football locally, near hometown, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. You're going to pick Deep South region on there on the map, and you're going to select a division. I want to play Division I football. You filter. Now these are going to be all the colleges for Division I football in this region will populate. Now you want to say you want to send it to all these schools. You just click this box right here. It marks every single one of them. You email, type in a general message. Please take a look. Please take a look at my profile. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. Once you type in your message, you can send the email. All you do is click send. It'll take you back to your search colleges, and you can do it again. You can pick another region. This is a very powerful tool because at the click of a button, he just now applied to every school Division I football in the nation right there. Now he picks another one. You can do another region, Far West, Division I, and you can say baseball. Search for colleges. Now they will populate up. He can mark all. Do the same process. Type in a message. Hit send. Now he just sent his baseball profile to all the colleges. Alright, now to manage and view. Here he will see his sent items, who he sent it to, and in his outbox, his inbox. He will also be able to get profile views by clicking the profile views tab. He will get information, he or she will get information on all of their stats. If a coach looked at their profile, replied back to it, watched their video, they will get detailed stats on each email that they have sent out. And that about does it. Now, one more thing, what the coaches will actually see when they view your email, and this is what separates us from any other recruiting site out there for you guys, is our profiles. What you see here is what shows up in a coach's email. So you can rest assured that all your information is directly given to the coach. So if I was a coach and I went into my mail, for instance, I'll open mine up, and I was to get an email from you, it'll have your name at myropsports.com. They will click on it, and your profile will populate right here. That is what they see. Your video, everything, they will be able to view everything from right inside the email. That about does it. Right now we're going to go back to the main office where everyone checked in at, and I'm going to get the athletes set up on the computers for them to start making their profiles and getting in contact with the coaches. Thank you, and let's continue this.